from here he will be describing some of the important names of Lord Shiva, Vyasacharya. Sarvata yat pashun pati taischa yadhramate punaha tesham adipatir yaccha tasmat pashupatik smritaha. Since he protects everybody, he is described as the protector of the entire universe. If you see the form of Chidambara Nataraja, he is described as the doer of 5 activities. With the Damaru, he creates the entire universe, and with the right lower hand, he is showing the Abhaya Mudra. With that, he is protecting, and with the fire, he does the destruction. Tirobhavam. With the right leg, he is placing the right leg on an asura. With that, he does Tirobhavam. He puts the jivas into Maya. Mayam tu prakritam vidya, Mayinam tu Maheshwaram. Maheshwara is the Lord of Maya. And then he gives Anugraham by lifting his left foot. So the one who always thinks of that left foot will attain liberation. So the Pashupati word also comes very often. So here Pashupatik Smritaha, he is called as Pashupati because he is the protector of all the creatures. Oh Arjuna, Vyasa says that. Starting from the blade of a grass till Vishnu, Asyaivananda Koshena Stambanta Vishnu Purvakaha, Katarudropanishad. Avastha Tritiyatitam Turiyam Brahma Samyitam Brahma Vishnavadibihi Sevyam Sarvesham Janakam Param. He is the begetter of Brahma and Vishnu also. Panchabrahma Upanishad. Patim Vishwas Yatmeshwaragam. Mahanarayana Upanishad. He is the Pati, he is the ultimate Lord. Pashupati Pasham. Namo Hiranyabhagave, Hiranyavarnaya, Hiranyarupaya, Hiranyapataye, Mbikapataya, Umapataye, Pashupataye Namo Namaha. Even Brahma and Vishnu are Pashus, because they are also positions only. They are also bound to destruction. So they are also Jivatmas. And the Pati of everybody is Mahadeva. Pashupati is Mahadeva. Pratipurusham nirvapatyekamatiriktam yavanto grihya asmasmatebhyaha kamakaram pashunagam sharmasi sharma yajamanasya sharmame yachaika eva rudro nadvitiyaya. The Lord of the Pashus, Pashunagam Sharmasi, the Lord of the Pashus, and who is present eternally with Ambika Mata, and who is one without a second, is that Pashupati, is that Lord Shiva, he is the ultimate Lord. And then Pashupati also comes 3 times in Rudram. Namo Hiranyabhagave Senanye Disham Chapataye Namo Namo Vrikshebhyo Harikeshebhyah Pashunam Pataye Namo Namo. Second Anuvakam. Namo Bhavaya Cha Rudraya Cha Namaksharvaya Cha Pashupataye Cha Namo. Fifth Anuvakam. And 8th Anuvakam. Namas Somaya Cha Rudraya Cha Namakstamraya Cha Arunaya Cha Namakshangaya Cha Pashupataye. So he is the Lord of all the Pashus. And also Krishna Yajurvedam, Taittiriya Samhita, 6th canto, 2nd chapter, 3rd verse, Tripurasura, Vadam is described there. All the Devas are discussing who will be shooting the arrow against the Tripurasuras, who is qualified for that. And Mahadeva, Mahadeva is the only personality who is qualified for that. And then Mahadeva comes and destroys the Tripurasuras, and then he says, you are all Pashus, I am Pati. O Brahma, Indra and Vishnu, I am Pashupati. Says that. So there are many connections to this word Pashupati, very interesting. And Divyam cha Brahmacharyena Lingamasya Yata Stitam Mahatyesha Lokamscha Maheshwara iti Smritaha. Mahadeva is also called as Maheshwara. This word Maheshwara comes in the Sannyasa Suktam. Tasya Prakriti Leenasya Yakparaksa Maheshwaraha. He is Omkareshwara. He is the Lord of Omkara. And since he is, he is a he is the ultimate, he is the ultimate Ishvara. So speaking of this, Yasmat Param Naparamasti Kinchid Yasmannani Yonajyayosti Kaschid. There is nothing that is greater than that ultimate reality. Naparam. There is nothing that is greater than Lord Shiva. So that's why Ishvara means the controller. Everything, the one who has everything under his control. So there is nothing that can rule over Mahadeva. Anishvara. Mahadeva is also Anishvara. The one who doesn't have an Ishvara. And he is the Paratpara Ishvara. So since he rules over everybody, he is called as Maheshwara. And then the rishis, the devatas, the gandharvas, apsaras, everybody worship the linga. Rishayaschaiva devascha gandharva sarasastata lingam asyarchayanti sma tachapyurdvam samastitam. So they worship the linga. So the linga itself represents, the bottom part refers to Parashakti. The Pita part refers to Parashakti, and the linga is Paramashiva. Both Parashakti and Paramashiva combined is that Shiva linga. And all the devatas and gandharvas and the rishis, yakshas, kuberas, rakshasas, everybody, even the devatas worship the Shiva linga and they get power. Pujyamane tatastasmin modate sa Maheshwaraha. By worshipping the linga, it makes Maheshwara glad. Maheshwara is satisfied with that completely. Sukhi pritascha bhavati prakrishtaschaiva shankaraha yadasya bahuda rupam bhutabhavya bhavastitam stavaram jangamam chaiva bahurupas tataksmrtaha. Next, why is he called as Bahurupa? So it's very similar to, the Atharva Shiras Upanishad. I've given a lecture on that. One can check my channel. So there are 13 names, beautiful names for Lord Shiva comes in the Atharva Shiras Upanishad. And there also it explains, why he is called as Maheshwara, why is he called as Rudra, why is he called as Vaidyuta, why is he called as Pranava, why is he called as Omkara. The definition is also given. So likewise here also Vyasa says, why is he called Pashupati? Why is he called Maheshwara? Why is he called Bahurupa? He explains, he gives the definition for that word also. So since Mahadeva is described as having many forms, and also he is the knower of the past, present and future, he is called as Bahurupa. He is also possessed of eyes everywhere. He is possessed of eyes everywhere. Vishvatas chakshuhu, Vishvatas chakshuruta, Vishvato muko, Vishvato hasta uta Vishvataspa, Thambahubhyan abati sampatatrair dyava prithvi janayan deva ekas tanme manashiva sankalpamastu. Comes in the Shiva Sankalpa Suktam, also it comes in the Mahanarayana Upanishad, and also it comes in the Shvetashvatra Upanishad. Vishvatas chakshuhu, the entire universe is present as Lord Shiva's eyes. Vishvato mukho, the entire universe is present as Lord Shiva's face. Vishvato hasta, the entire universe is present as Lord Shiva's hands. And the entire universe is present as Lord Shiva's feet. Uta Vishvatas path. And so what here it is described. Even the Purusha Suktam starts off by saying Sagasra Shirishak Purushaha Sagasrakshas Sagasrapad. And then so since you cannot, he is present as the ultimate witness and one who is blazing with effulgence is called as Sarva. Krodadyas chavi shallokam sta smat sarva iti smritaha. You cannot cheat Mahadeva. You cannot, you can even cheat your, dear one. But you cannot cheat Mahadeva, who is residing in the heart of all the living entities and who is present as the ultimate witness. So if you are a person with two faces, he will, he will catch you. So he is present as everything. Sarvo vai Rudraha. Purusho vai Rudraha. That's what. So Sarva is another name. So, and then I'll be taking like 2 more verses and then we'll be closing for the day. So tomorrow I'll be completing this entire episode of Drona Parva, which is a very, very important episode. I see a lot of new people have joined. So restating this is a very, very interesting episode in the entire Mahabharata, which talks about how Lord Shiva is the cause of all causes and Lord Shiva is the reason behind Arjuna and Krishna winning the war. Nobody is the reason apart from Lord Shiva. It's told by Vyasa himself. And also he states another interesting thing where Narayana meditates standing on one leg with his hands upraised for 200,000 years to have the darshan of Parvati Mata and Parameshwara, which is present in the 201st chapter of the Drona Parvam. So all the lectures are uploaded on YouTube. One can check it out. Dhumra rupam cha yattasya durjatis tena chochyate vishve devascha yattasmin Vishwa Rupas Tatak Smrtaha. Why is he called Durjati? Durjati is another name. So, Jati Charmi Shikandicha. he has divine matted, golden matted locks of hair. Pingala Jata. Pingala means yellow, that is, or golden. Mahadeva is the only personality who is described as golden. No one else. Hiranmaya Purushaha. Hiranmayena Patrena. That's how he is described. So, he has golden matted locks of hair. Kapardi also comes 5 times in Rudram. Kapardine Chavyuptakeshaya Chanamaksagassrakshaya Shatatanvane Chanama. 5 times in Rudram. So, he has, matted locks of hair. And that's why he's called as Durjati. And why is he called Vishwarupa? Virupebhya Vishwarupebhyascha namo namo. Rudram. Vishwarupa, his form itself is present as the entire universe. Brahmanda Vyapta Deha. Urdvaretam Hridakam Satyam Param Brahma Purusham Krishna Pingalam Urdvaretam Virupaksham Vishwarupam Namamyaham. Virupaksha, he is 3-eyed personality, and Vishwarupa, he is pervading the entire universe. And all the devatas are present as a part of him. And that's why he is called as Vishwarupa. Oh, Arjuna, he says. Speaking of this, in Shiva Gita, 7th chapter, when Lord Shiva shows the Virata Rupa to Rama, Rama is trembling in fear. And then he sees all the devatas, everybody. And he says, he makes one statement, Rama makes one statement. I see all the devatas, Brahma, Indra. And apart from that, he says, I see, oh Mahadeva, I see the 10 incarnations of Vishnu within your body. So everybody are part and parcel, including Brahma and Narayana are part and parcel of that Lord Shiva. And we have seen that also, the 11th chapter in Bhagavad Gita, the Vishwarupa is shown by Mahadeva and not Krishna. Drishtavanasi tam devam vishvaksham vishvatomukam pratyakshameva sarvesham rudram sarva jaganmayam jnanam tad aishwaram divyam yathavat viditam tvaya swayameva hrishikeshak prityovachaha sanatanaha. Vyasa, again, the conversation between Vyasa and Arjuna is told in Kurma Purana, 1st canto, 30th chapter, 60th and 61st verse. The specific verses talk about connecting Bhagavad Gita, where Vyasa says, oh Arjuna, you saw the divine form of Lord Shiva, the Vishwarupam of Mahadeva, you saw of that Sanatana, eternal Mahadeva. And Hrishikesha came as Guru for you. Hrishikesha came as Guru to see that, to have the darshan of the divine, to have the divine vision of Lord Shiva. Remember that, O Arjuna? He asks that. So the Vishwarupam that is shown is actually the form of Lord Shiva in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita also. Be it Bhagavad Gita or Shiva Gita or Ishvara Gita or Guru Gita or Ribhu Gita, the Tatparyam is Mahadeva. How beautifully Narayana explains to Lakshmi in the Uttarakandam, Padma Purana, 175th chapter. The form of Bhagavad Gita itself is the form of Lord Shiva. It is actually the 5-faced, 10-handed Mahadeva who is the Tatparyam of Bhagavad Gita. The first 5 chapters are the first 5 phases of Lord Shiva. The next 10 chapters are the 10 hands of Mahadeva. The 16th chapter is the stomach of Mahadeva. 17th and 18th chapters are the feet of Mahadeva. Casting aside Mahadeva, how can you even, how can you understand the Tatparyam of Bhagavad Gita? Even if you memorize the 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita, what is the use? When the Tatparyam of Bhagavad Gita is Lord Shiva. Mahadevam vinayomam bhajate shraddhayasaha nasti tasya vinirmokshaha samsara janma kotibihi. Krishna says to his dear devotee Satyasanda, Sutta Samhita, Yajna Kandam, 25th chapter, 52nd verse. Casting aside Mahadeva, if one worships me, oh dear Satyasanda, my dear devotee Satyasanda, casting aside Mahadeva, if one worships me with faith, even with unflinching faith, he is never going to attain Vimochana Moksha, even in crores and crores of births. Nasti tasya vina na asti, nasti tasya, he is never going to attain Moksha. Vinir mokshaha samsara janma kotibihi. He will be floating in samsara forever. Failing to, attain moksha. Told by Krishna himself. So, Tatparyam itself is Lord Shiva. Nowadays, people misinterpret Bhagavad Gita. So, and they go on to insult Lord Shiva. This will not be even taken by Narayana himself. Narayana closes his ears. It's a beautiful reference. I don't remember on top of my head. Probably I'll quote it tomorrow. There is a place where, he hears a Shiva Ninda. He hears something bad about Lord Shiva. And he decides to suicide himself, Narayana. I'm not able to bear this anymore. I'm going to chop off my own head. This is there in Padma Purana and Narada Purana. Padma Purana, Patala Kanda, 114th chapter, Narada Purana, Purva Bhaga, 79th chapter. I don't remember the verse number on top of my head, but I'll quote it in the upcoming classes probably. So such is the devotion of Narayana. So people go to insult, just to glorify Vishnu, they insult Mahadeva. So this will not be even taken by Vishnu himself. So the Tatparyam of Bhagavad Gita is also Lord Shiva. So the Vishwarupam that is shown in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is also Shiva Vishwarupa, told by Vyasa to Arjuna in the Kurma Puranam, and Padma Puranam and Mahabharatam, various other places also attest the fact that Bhagavad Gita is the words of Lord Shiva. So that is about the name Vishwarupa. Everything, all the devatas are a part of him, O Arjuna. So that's why he is called as Vishwarupa, Vyasa says. And then the last verse for today, Tisro Devir Yada Chaiva Bhajate Bhuvaneshwaraha Gyamapaha Prithivim Chaiva Trembakascha Tataksmrtaha. Why is he called Trembaka? Now Trembaka means, there are two meanings to this. So one is that he is three-eyed personality. The personality who has 3 eyes. And the another meaning is that one who is the father of the 3 personalities. So that interpretation is also there. So the one who is the creator of Brahma, Narayana and Kala Rudra is told anywhere. It's told in many places in the Puranas. Difference between Kala Rudra and Paramashiva. Many people, misinterpret this. Kala Rudra and Paramashiva are not the same. They are different. So Brahma arises from the right limb of Lord Shiva. Narayana arises from the left limb of Lord Shiva. And Rudra arises from the heart of Mahadeva. So there are various kinds of creation explained in the Puranas, and here there are many references to this. One can refer to my video, Difference Between Kala Rudra and Paramashiva. So where Brahma, Narayana and Rudra are manifestations who appear from Lord Shiva. So he is the Lord of Brahma, Narayana and Rudra, or the creator of Brahma, Narayana and Rudra. So here he says the earth, water and the Antariksha. He is the Lord of the earth, water and the sky. So since he is the Lord of all the 3, so he is called as Trembaka. So here a different meaning is given by Vyasa. There are many meanings. Trembakam very often comes in the Vedas. Trembakam yajamahe sugandim pushtivardhanam urvarukami vabandanan mrityor mukshi yamamritaat. The mantram that comes in all the 4 Vedas. This mantram is called as Moksha Mantra. Oh Mahadeva, who is described as the 3-eyed personality. I surrender to you. Please grant me moksha. Please take me beyond the repeated shackles of birth and death. And then Trinetram also comes. Trinetram. Neelakantam Trinetram cha tanme manashiva sankalpamastu. Kailasa shikarabasa himavadgiri samstitaha. Neelakantam Trinetram cha tanme manashiva sankalpamastu. 3-eyed, Trinetram. Netra means eye. Trilochanam. Lochanam also means eyes. Lochanam, Trilochanam comes in Kaivalya Upanishad. Umasahayam Parameshwaram Prabham Trilochanam Neelakantam Prashantam. So Mahadeva alone is described as having 3 eyes eternally, always. Sometimes if you see Parashakti Mata takes the form of Mahakali, at that time she is described as 3-eyed. There is also an incarnation taken by Ganapati where he is 3-eyed. Vishnu takes the form of Narasimha. At that time he is 3-eyed. But Mahadeva is the only personality who is always 3-eyed. Who is always described as 3-eyed. And another interesting thing is that Eshate in the Krishna Yajurvedam, Taittiriya Samhita, 1st canto, 8th chapter, 6th verse. Eshate Rudrabhagas Tanjushasva Tena Vasena Paro Mujavatoti Havya Vatata Danba Pinakahastaha Krittivasaha. There also in the 1st canto, 8th chapter, 6th verse, Krishna Yajurvedam, Taittiriya Samhita, the Trembaka mantram comes. And it ends with Krittivasaha saying, oh, the personality who is having the skin of Narasimha as your garment. So because after destroying the Ahankara of Narasimha, he wears the skin of Narasimha as his garment. So that's why Mahadeva is glorified as Krittivasa in the Vedas. That same mantram says Eko Rudro Nadvitiyaya. The same mantram says Ambika Saha. He is eternally with Ambika. The same mantram uses, has the Trembaka mantram. So very beautiful, interesting features of Lord Shiva are described in the Vedas and Upanishads. And so Trembakam, so like basically he is the only eternal three-eyed personality who is always who always has 3 eyes. So that's about it. So let's close for the day. So and then there are like 28 more verses which I'll be covering tomorrow. So thank you for supporting me. Please join tomorrow at the same time, 9 p.m. I'll send you the Google Meet invite too for that. So I'll chant the Kshama Prarthana mantra and then I'll take up we can take up some questions. Om Yadakshara Padabrishtam Matrahinam Tiyad Bhave Tat Sarvam Kshamyatam Deva Parameshwara Namostute Visarga Bindu Matrani Padapadaksharaani Cha Nyunani Cha Triktani Kshamasva Parameshwara Aparada Sagasrani Kriyante Harnisham Magada Sogimiti Mam Matva Kshamasva Parameshwara Anyata Sharanam Nasti Tvameva Sharanam Mama Tasmat Karanya Bhavena Raksha Raksha Parameshwari Anyata Sharanam Nasti Tvameva Sharanam Mama Tasmat Karanya Bhavena Raksha Raksha Parameshwara एतत् सर्वं श्री उमा महेश्वर परब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु ललिताम्बिके साम्ब शिवार्पणमस्तु श्रीमती गौरी समेत साम्ब शिवार्पणमस्तु श्रीमती गायत्री समेत साम्ब शिवार्पणमस्तु करचरणकृतं वाक्कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा परातं विहितं अविहितं वा सर्वं एतत् क्षमस्व जय जय करुणाब्दे श्री महादेव शंभो माता च पार्वती देवी पिता देवो महेश्वर बंदपा शिव भक्तांश्च स्वदेशो भुवनत्रयं सांब शिवाय नमः सांब शिवाय नमः सांब शिवाय नमः हर ओं तत्सत्।